Hello everyone, this is the Omelage. Now I know in my last video I said I would stop talking about Transformer news unless it was Beast Wars related or something caught my attention. And something did catch my attention, and that something was the release of the first episode of Transformers Cyber World. And I gotta say, I found it pretty entertaining. I like how the story doesn't waste time getting to the action. The animation was pretty good. Nothing groundbreaking, but it does its job. I also like how Optimus has gone back to using a mouth plate and doesn't have those ridiculous Michael Bay lips. Thank goodness we finally got away from that. It looks like the show writers took some inspiration from the 2010 Predator movie, because in the opening scene we see Optimus falling from the sky like the opening scene in that movie. I think they are trying to turn Megatron into more of an anti-hero, or at least with this installment of the franchise they are. That being said, my only real gripe with this show is with Bumblebee. The way he's been written in the last two series, that being Cyberverse and Earthspark, they've been making him out to be more of a comic relief character. Which is fine, except with this version, he comes more off as an annoying douchebag than a funny character. Love it or hate it, when it came to comedy, Beast Wars I think was more balanced. The comedy and the characters making the jokes managed to be enjoyable without it being overly annoying. Also, it would be nice if Hasbro stopped using Bumblebee in everything. I get the designers at Hasbro have a fetish for the character, but come on, in the Unicorn trilogy, we got Hotshot, and before that it was Cheetor. Couldn't we get a new and/or another character to be Optimus' sidekick? Because that is basically what Bumblebee is at this point. And it would be refreshing to have someone else fill out that role, like Hound or Outback. Like, Hasbro only wants to use G1, and yet they don't really use all of it, outside of the usual cliche characters. Hasbro at the very least could make Bumblebee less obnoxious. Anyway, before I end this, I did see a video by the YouTuber, that toy guy, where he got to review the first wave of the Cyberworld toys, and I gotta say, I found the CW toys to be rather boring. They're more or less the same as the one-step Transformers, which is a shame because the TV show, or web show I guess I should say, was fun to watch. I'm sure the kids won't care. It's just when you compare these toys to the ones we got back in the 90s and early and mid 2000s, hell, even with the Legend scale size, it feels like today's kids are getting gypped a bit. And I get that the toy designers have a strict budget to work with. However, I imagine third-party toy companies have strict budgets too, and they still manage to create some awesome stuff. So I don't know if Hasbro can use that as an excuse. Anywho, that's more or less what I want to say. Hopefully it will be a while before I make another video giving my thoughts on Transformers. Like before, if you like my content, subscribe and share the video. You can also support me by buying one of my books. I will leave a link below. And if I don't, play my other videos have links. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be back.